Hello, can you hear me now? All right, all right, all right, all right, all right. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for coming through. Thanks for being you and spending your time here with me tonight on Larger Curves for this Larger Curves chat. I just felt like coming up here this evening and talking about a couple of things. So I am so pleased that the people that are in the house are in the house. And I hope that you're smashing buttons, smashing that like button, smash the subscribe button. If you haven't, hit that bell so you can get notified next time I upload a video. I hear that you need to hit the all these days. The algorithms are changing and some things are happening in the algorithms hemispheres. So, yeah, you might need to hit all. I don't bother you a lot, but when I do, it's important. So I'd like if you come through. All right. All right. And yeah, leave a comment. I love a good interaction. You know I do. You know I do. From the thumbnail, I don't know if you happen to see the just me going live. If you're new here, thanks for coming through. If you're a fellow curvy, you know I love you. Thanks for being here. You may have noticed in the description that I put Love and Marriage Huntsville, Married to Medicine, Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, Real Housewives of New Jersey, Kyrie, and more. Universal Tea with Marie is in the house, y'all. My girl has a channel. She just got monetized. Congratulations! Yes, yes. The universe is ripe for the plucking, you guys. Whatever you can see, whatever you can think, whatever you can imagine in your mind, that's where it starts. And once you see it in your mind, right, then that vision can help it happen. So, help it happen. Help it happen? That's real talk, right? Anyway, thanks for being here. Where are my freaking sound effects, y'all? You know I love a good sound effect. Thanks for being here, Universal Tea with Marie. Yes. Yes. Visioning is key, y'all. Y'all have to vision it. You have to see it. As a woman or man thinketh, so shall it be, right? There are a couple of things that are just obvious, universal keys, tools, resources that we have at our fingertips to partake of at any time. And manifesting, visioning is a wonderful, wonderful one. So, my girl Universal Tea with Marie has manifested her 1,000, y'all. Monetization. Woo! Cha-ching. This thing doesn't have a ching. I'll tell you what it has. Listen. That's all it has. I'm not even trying to be shady. All it has is a coin drop on this particular sound drop. I mean, on this particular soundboard. It doesn't have like a cash machine. Like, I need a good cha-ching, right? Right? So, yes, go through, subscribe. So, we're going to start with like Married to Medicine. Okay, we could start with Married to Medicine. Um, Married to Medicine is coming on in a few, so I'm not going to keep you long. I just felt like coming on because you know how like you promise yourself you're going to do something, so then you finally do it. So yeah, this is that right now. Because even though I had the interview with Kiki Jabbar earlier this week, I didn't do my usual like reality um, reviews, and so I was just going to do like a catch-all right now. So, Married to Medicine, Reunion Part 3, coming on tonight, and it's going to be great. And we're going to have, oh, it's going to be so good when the men come out. I love when the men from Married to Medicine come up. Oh, look, I didn't know it's on in the people's time zone. Look, I'm out here in California. California. Thank you, Fifi, for coming through. You know I love you. You know I love you. Thank you for coming through. Thank you. That's right, Fifi. Even if you can't stay, thank you for coming through. Because, yeah, you got to go watch it, as a matter of fact. Married to Medicine Reunion Part 3. Last week's episode of Married to Medicine, what did we see that really stood out? Just like Contessa was on a rampage. She was very aggressive with a number of the people. And it was aggressive. And I'm not usually one to call, I've been trying not to use the word aggressive, but she was coming off aggressive, y'all. She was coming off, yeah. And I didn't know if it was because her bangs were irritating her eye, because it was so much in her eye right there. Yeah. So that could be a reason that she was so upset for no reason. Because other than that, she was even talking at not inappropriate things, but things that had nothing to do with her. Marva CB is in the house, y'all. Hello, Marva. Marva, darling. Marva, thank you for being here. You know what? Did you already get to watch it in your time zone too, Marva? Married to Medicine this evening, or Real Housewives of Potomac? I'm waiting for them both to come on here in California. But yes, so Married to Medicine. I look forward to seeing what the men are going to bring tonight. This week I'm expected to have 3 Married to Medicine interviews actually here on LRGA Curves. Leah Diaz will be interviewed from Married to Medicine Los Angeles. Yes, remember her? Married to Medicine Los Angeles will be here Tuesday at 7 p.m. And then we're going to have Anila from Married to Medicine is going to be on this week also. And then we're going to have a very special guest come on this week, a surprise special guest, also from Married to Medicine. And that will be spectacular. So it's going to be a wonderful week here at LRGA Curves of interviews with the Married to Medicine cast. Okay, so then let's go to Love and Marriage Huntsville. Did you guys watch that last night at all? I did, but you guys, I fell asleep. It was kind of boring. And not that it needs to be trifling, but at least okay, when they were looking around the crystal store, I was kind of engaged. But when, the whole Destiny Crimea River thing, I was so disengaged. But, I like the peace party overall. I like the idea of saging while you affirm what it is that you're replacing with the negative energy that's being dispelled by the sage. I love that. But Destiny, she's like on 2 million, you guys. Do you think that? Am I tripping? Destiny's on 2 million. Like, she's really dragging this thing out. It could have all been over if she would have just let Melody have some time to herself like she asked and just respected her boundaries. But instead, for some reason, she took it personal that Melody wanted some time to herself. It's just interesting. I'm like, why is she so pressed for Melody's attention to the point where it's an issue that Melody is just like, hey, let me just regroup for a minute. I'm going through a lot. And she had said, don't take it personal at one point, didn't she? Anyway, yeah, I love Melody. I loved when Melody and Destiny used to get together on Love and Marriage Huntsville. But all this, and I don't know if it was editing last night, but it looked like Destiny was constantly picking at Melody last night at that peace party. And it was supposed to be a peace party. So you already brought somebody that you say is backup who went and literally inserted herself next to Melody, who would be the only person you need backup from. And it's just screaming all kinds of thirst buckets. You know what I mean? Like, really, Destiny? All that's not even necessary. And then when she didn't get the response that way that she wanted, because Melody was like, oh, sit down, girl, sit down. Hi, good to see you. To the girl she brought to supposedly be her security. And so that response wasn't what she expected. So then she starts coughing while Melody's doing her affirmation with her sage moment. Oh my goodness. Mama Toria's in the house. Thank you, Mama Toria. Thanks for being here. Appreciate you. Yes, she seems like she wants to a fight with Melody seriously. Yeah. You know what it's kind of given? It's kind of given those vibes that Monique was giving to Candace when, those couple of episodes before she finally got a hold to Candace's weave. Remember how she was kind of stalking Candace, where she was like being super aggressive and following her around and just plucking with her constantly. And yeah, yeah, yeah. She seems like she wants a fight with Melody. Seriously. Exactly. And I don't really understand why she has so much smoke for Melody when she's trying to be Melody. It's like, girl, we see you trying to be Melody when you can totally just be yourself, and you're choosing to be her, and now you're mad at her. You're just too much. You're too much, Destiny. She's really rude to Melody for like no reason. And Melody already tried to smooth it over with her. To me it was smooth over. To other people it might not be smooth over. But didn't she even call it like a let's agree to disagree kind of moment? But no, Melody, that's not enough for Destiny. She wanted to be friends with you, and as soon as you weren't friends with her, she went to your enemy. And that is actually an unfortunate thread in these last two shows that I mentioned. Now that I'm saying it out loud. Because in Married to Medicine, Contessa and Heavenly have the same estrangement as Destiny and freaking melody in a way where they both feel where each group, each duo has a party that feels injured and betrayed by the other party. And wow. So that's a little thread. Interesting. And it doesn't even have to be. I hear that they leave so much stuff on the editing floor, you guys. OMG. So much terrific stuff about them being entrepreneurs, them being family oriented, them being girlfriends at different lunches, or like at the same lunch where we get the 3 minutes of whatever we got. There was like 3 hours of alternate, and that was the 3 minutes of nonsense. You know what I mean? So I feel like the ladies could overall be way friendlier than we know. Oh, did you guys see that Ashley Darby and Luke, that guy from the Summer House show, I think he's a Summer House show anyway, they're dating. Oh my gosh, isn't that cute? And it was another Andy Cohen hookup. You know, uh, Donnie Wahlberg and what's her name? Jenny McCarthy got hooked up by Andy. So that's cute. He's pretty good at it. He's pretty good at it. Even though I don't really think that she's getting divorced, allegedly. Because she's still not divorced, from what I understand, allegedly. Ashley, I'm talking about, is still not divorced, from what I understand. So her going out with Luke, showing them how to do TikToks. Did you see that TikTok where she is like teaching them how to dance? And it's cute. It's cute. You guys should check it out. Ashley Darby's TikTok queen. Oh, let me see what Miss Toria said. If I invite you to my home and you bring another person without asking me, I could not have been as nice as she was. I would have got up out of my seat and escorted them both out, period. Exactly. And the way she was kind of like fussing with the stuff, almost like she was a little crazy, huh? Allegedly. Like she was just like the way she was moving those plates and fluffing those pillows and making Kimmy move down. And it was kind of like, like here, I'm going to turn on my camera for a second. Look, it was like, it was kind of like, really, lady? Right? So, and that's while the hostess is like, yeah, I didn't know you were going to bring somebody. And she didn't even stop her little commotion of inserting herself between two castmates. You know what I'm saying? Like if you're not invited, that means you really not supposed to be in the middle. Like really? And you got in the middle, girl? Okay. Okay. If that's how you try to get on these shows, I guess. I hope those who need to are taking notes, right? Right? Because Mama Toria says she would put them both out, period. Yes, I did not expect you. You are giving a funny vibe. No, I wouldn't have said all that probably. I would have just been like, um, Destiny. Who's homegirl? Like I wasn't really like, what's the good? And depending on what she said, I would be like, oh, well, yeah. But then for her to actually call the lady security, so that means, yeah, whatever, Destiny. Let's see. Marva says, I feel the majority of these reality shows are heavily scripted. We really don't know what to believe. Exactly. I mean, you know why? Because even if they aren't scripted, the way it's edited back together makes it scripted. You know what I'm saying? Like they might not be like, okay, at a reading table from the top, enter Heavenly, and Heavenly has to remember her lines in that way scripted, you know? And but scripted in the way where the producer's like, well, they're really expecting you to say something about this, that, and the other, and really give it to her, okay? Like, so that is directional, right? And scripts are the directions. So I agree. True, but the ladies live it, Marva. Yes, yes. They live it. Exactly. I mean, we can't, if they didn't do it, they couldn't edit it, is the bottom line. I agree. I totally agree. I'm not in sane. I'm not insane in the membrane. I agree that they live it. So can't blame it on editing. Okay, okay. Let's see, where did that go? Oh, here it is. Here it is. So, Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. This is real quick. We're not going to be much longer, you guys, because I know it comes on at 6, at 9 in some places, and it's almost 6. So that'll be 9. So, oh, is Potomac on right now? And then freaking Married to Medicine is next. Is that what's happening? Yeah, so I won't keep you guys much longer. Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. Thanks for tuning in to Larger Curves tonight. I hope you're smashing buttons, sharing the video. If you haven't already, hit that bell so you can get notified when we upload videos. Thanks for being part of this beautiful curvy community that I'm growing over here. Let's get back to it. Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. I hear Kyle. Kyle. Yes. VK. Vile Kyle. Did you realize her and her sister's initials are KKK? I just realized that the other day. Okay. Kim, Kathy, Kyle. And they're all K's. I guess it could have all been C's. It could have been Catherine with a C. It could have been Kim is always a K. And Kyle is always a K. And Kathy's pretty much always a K. Yeah. But oh my gosh, Prosperity Thick Girl 40 is here. What you say? That's right. What's good, Prosperity Thick Girl 40? How are you? How are you? Thanks for being here. Bravo made me mad. They put Family Karma after Potomac, then Married to Medicine? No, they didn't squeeze them in the middle. They're forcing that down our throats. I'm not watching that shit if they did that. I am not watching. Do not force it down my throats between these two shows. They always be switching the time around on our shows. They be switching the day. They be switching the time. They be like, oh, let's put it here because we want to watch this too. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on now. Come on now. Family Karma could have came on like after, what else is on? Oh, nothing. It could have came on after the yachting show. What's the yachting show with the boats? Yeah, it could have came on after that or something, right? Does that have to be a Sunday show? Or is it that's their People of Color night? Is that what Bravo's doing? They're making it their People of Color night? So they like, oh, have Potomac with us, and our viewership is up so high. And then squeeze that in so there'll be like people that are like, oh, just leave it on and let me go to the kitchen and get me something else to eat. So it counts as a view, and it's the coattails of Potomac. And then the slip of freaking Married to Medicine. Pulling on the slip of Married to Medicine. because we're used to it being on at that time. So here we come early, wondering when is this going to go off so our show can come on. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, I see them. We see them. I'm not watching it. They're not forcing it on my throat. But I do watch Potomac, though. You all know that's why I started my channel. So, yeah. Oh, look, Marva, help Prosperity. Hello. Hello, Prosperity. Yeah, so Kyle, VK, Vile Kyle, allegedly, her Netflix show, buying Beverly Hills or Sunset, selling sunsets on the side of the seashells with the seashores, or is it bullies buying Beverly Hills because I don't know. It's something, but her show on Netflix that was supposedly canceled after that whole laughing at Jack situation and all the backlash she received and everything. Remember, there was rumblings that the show was put on hold or canceled or something. Well, ta-da! Here it is. And it's basically about her family getting richer and they keep it in the family because all the girls work there. And there's this scene that's floating around of the show that has Mauricio very upset, very, very upset, you guys. And why was he upset, you guys? He was upset because, listen, he was upset because somebody said something to his 25-year-old daughter that he didn't like. And he was very upset about it. And he wanted something done about it. And people are like, really, Mauricio? Your 25-year-old daughter, but you were laughing at the 14-year-old kid? You know what I mean? It's like Cry Me a River, you and your wife over there. Nobody cares about what you're selling. Nobody cares. So I heard about that. Did you hear that they're alleging that Brandy Glanville, Lisa Vanderpump, and Teddy, what's her name? Mellencamp. What's her daddy's song? I forget her daddy's song. I used to love me some John Mellencamp, though. He used to be a singer. I used to like him. Wasn't John Mellencamp hot when freaking Robbie Benson was hot? I don't know. Let's see. Yeah, here it is. Let's see. Yeah, that's John Mellencamp. Yeah, that's the video. What was the name of that song that he sang? Darn. Anyway. Oh, let me tell you a story about Jack and Diane. Oh, yeah, I said life goes on. Oh, yeah, I said life goes on. Jack and Diane. That used to be the lick back in the day. Ooh, I used to love that song. Ooh, and I could dance to it too, y'all. I used to groove to that song. Jack and Diane. Hi, OMG. You guys, Aaron just got here. You guys. I'm so excited. Thanks for popping through, Aaron. I was just talking about John Mellencamp. Hello. Oh my gosh, thanks for being here, Aaron. You know, Toria, no, I didn't. Let me see. Did you hear that producers are arguing with PK and Dorit? Because they want Boy George on the show, and producers do not because of his arrest and found guilty of chaining a young man to a radiator. Well, yeah. I'm sure PK and Dorit are like, why can't he be on the show? We have Erica here, and she gets to say she doesn't give a F about burn victims and their families. What's a little chain on a radiator? There was a movie about it. It was called Black Snake Moan. Remember that movie? You don't? Too soon? No? Darn. And now they're mad? Whatever. Whatever. Chaining a young man to the radiator. George. 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 Come, chameleon. You come and go. You come and go. Loving would be easy if your colors would light my dreams. Woo! Yeah. He went from that to chaining people to the radiator? Really, boy? No way. That's some Rick James shit right there, y'all. Excuse my French. But remember, Rick James got in trouble, had that person in the freaking hotel room. I mean, radiators are hot, but cigarettes are hotter. There's something about a cigarette in a tied to a bed situation. Yeah, so that's interesting that the music that Super Freaking Out made up and that Come a Chameleon made up, and they went all over there. Really? That's a lot. That's a lot. What's this say, Miss Toria? I drove them so I can skip the. Oh, you DVR them so you can skip the commercials. That's right. I always let them get a good half hour started before anything I watch so that I can always have that time to, like, fast forward through those commercials. And you'd be surprised how quick you get caught up anyway, because there's so many commercials. Let's say, oh, I love you too, Aaron. Producers are right. They want him for a story because they're boring. They're so very boring. I mean, dude, there's only so much fashions can do when all of your accents have. And did you guys notice that all the accents Dorit used to have, she finally landed on one and it's boring? She should have picked the other one. The other one was a little interesting, at least. Now she's just boring with fashions. And did you see that the couch was all freaking yellow from all that spray tan? I mean, it was like freaking orange from all the spray tan. I was like, oh, there's nothing fashionable about that, darling. There's nothing fashionable about that. Okay? And she should have known better. I don't know why she was trying to be a shade lighter than Garcelle. I don't really know what she was going for. She didn't need all that. Even though the blue looked way better against that hue behind her, it did. It did. It looked very vibrant. Anyway. One who cares is in the house. Thanks for stopping through. So good to see you. What's good? Yes. She's not selling nothing though, right? Toria is cracking up. Toria's cracking up. But yeah, so yeah, that's I can see why producers wouldn't want another known something in that degree brought on the show. Like, that's ridiculous. And now that they know, they have a right to say no. As far as Erica Jane, I don't have any panties on today. Used to be Girardi, or is she still currently Girardi? The divorce isn't done yet, is it? Allegedly. I don't know. But until she's like found guilty of something actual, she should. I can't really it's the same situation. Anyway, but Brandy, Lisa, and Teddy are allegedly, people are wanting them back. Now, I don't know who lied and said they wanted Jack and Diane's daughter, Teddy, to come on the show back again. She was kind of boring to me the first time. I don't need to, and I don't know why they always go back. I think it's almost, look, I'm so crazy. They always go back on all these other shows. They talk about going back, or they make room for the original cast members in a way after breaks and pauses, after questionable behavior to everybody but to Nene. And it just feels like it's so it can be to everybody but Nene, to me, in a way. I don't know. So, yeah. So, I don't know why they always go back. I'm sure they're awesome, fabulous, like Crystal said, a whole younger crew of fabulosity in Beverly Hills. Kind of like, I could see that happening. They don't have to go get Brandy. They don't have to dust Brandy off. They don't have to. She has a podcast. Let her be. And Lisa Vanderpump has Pump Rules, and with the restaurant opening back up in Vegas, I'm sure we're going to get a spinoff to a show down there, or that they go down there or something and do some stuff. So leave her be too. And from what I hear, she doesn't want to come back anyway. I could be the way they treated her, and then the same people that treated her that way are like, but her mom died, to Lisa Rinna this year. Whatever, whatever. And then just Teddy was just boring. So I don't really think that any of these ladies need to come back. I don't. Will you guys be watching Kyle's show on Netflix? I won't. Like I said, it's not really. Yeah, another show about selling real estate, and it's about Kyle selling real estate with her family. And she hasn't had a storyline on Beverly Hills for some time. So is that where she's been given the storyline to? Is for this show? And we've been getting the pot stirring, I can make a booger talk at dinner conversations, Kyle. You know what I'm saying? Like she just was blurting out, oh, well, Sutton said da 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 da, just trying to start mess, you know? And even the look on her face when she did it was all about trying to start mess. So I don't really know, Kyle. I don't really know. So anyway, let's go on to Real Housewives of New Jersey real quick. We got about 15 more minutes. Real Housewives of New Jersey. Let your guys catch your DVRs up like I was telling you. So you just let it, you don't start from the beginning. You let the show already start. And if you are going to watch it right now, if you have that thing where it can pause and go back, you turn it on, of course, so you can have access to the footage. But you don't have to necessarily pay all that much attention to it right now. And then you can rewind it and then fast forward through commercials. Ta-da! Okay. Let's see. Don't put that there. I'm on the live. Oh my gosh, you guys better not. So Real Housewives of New Jersey, real quick. Did you guys hear that Carlos King recently confirmed that Teresa was blindsided about Melissa being on the show, and that Teresa was his producee the third season of Real Housewives of New Jersey, and that she found out that she was supposed to go to a christening, and that the christening was for her brother and her sister-in-law. And she was so upset, Carlos King said, because she was like, I don't want to have to fight with my family. And it was, and that seems like an odd response, because that means that they were told to fight, I guess, you know, they were told to Jersey Shore it up, I guess. And she didn't want to do that with her family, supposedly. But I would call BS on that, because that's all she's done since she got on the show. Like she could have allied with her the same way that like the Green Eyed Bandits ally, the same way that, but does any family ever ally on these housewife franchises? Because Kim and Kyle did for a moment, but first chance Kyle got, she turned on her. Are there any other siblings that we have on these shows? Going once, going twice? No? Okay. So, so yeah, I don't really know that she was seriously concerned about that, or was she more concerned that they were going to outshine her because their family was funner and cuter and more relatable in a way that wasn't so entirely kiss the ringish. You know what I mean? Because Teresa has always come off very kiss my tanned ring. Oh, thanks for coming back. Oh, let's see. She's not selling nothing. Gotta love cooking dinner for the hubby. Love you. Okay, Mamatoria, love you too. One who cares exactly. Fifi said, I'm back and thanks for being back, darling. So let me see. So yeah, did you guys hear about that? That Carlos King confirmed that? Because a reason this is a topic is because at BravoCon this year, BravoCon 2022, when they were doing the panels, Melissa said specifically during one of the panels that it was a fabrication or a lie or some word she used in the thing, that she forced her way onto the show or something about how she got onto the show. She was like, it's a lie. And then they played the clip of Carlos King saying that no, it was blindsided. Teresa was very upset. And now people are like, oh, I knew to believe Teresa. And I'm just like, look, what season are they in? Are they like in season 13? Yeah, because if Atlanta's 13, OC is what, 15? Um, that would make, yeah, New Jersey. So all these seasons later, and you still mad, you still talking about it, you still whatever. So I think that Melissa missed an opportunity. She could have been like, yeah, I did what I had to get on the show because I wanted to be on the show. I thought me and my family were something that, had something to add to the world because I like the Gorgas personally. Hi, Delicia. How you doing? Good to see you. Yeah, exactly, Fifi. That's what I'm saying. Carlos King just confirmed that Teresa was blindsided, not at how she got on the show. But then in another interview I saw, not Carlos King, somebody said Melissa called every day to somebody in production trying to be like, oh, get me in, get me in. And till she got in. And the whole time, Miss Kiki's in the house. What's good? How you doing? Thanks for being here. I hope your Sunday is awesome. This must be the crew of the time zone where, wait, so are you saying that Married to Medicine Reunion Part 3 isn't coming on until 10 p.m.? Is that what, wait. Mama Toria, she left, darn. Persistence paid off. Doing great. That's fantastic. Well, persistence paid off. Yeah, calling every day. The squeaky wheel gets the grease. The squeaky wheel gets the grease. That's what happens. That's what happens. A closed mouth don't get fed. Okay? Ask, receive. Okay? Okay? So persistence does pay off. Oh, you're doing well too. Fabulous. I love it. I love it. Yes, I have to wait till 10. No way. Well, yeah, come through. Let's talk about it. How was Potomac? I haven't seen it yet. Yep, I'm on the West Coast and Family Karma is on. That is hilarious. That is hilarious. Okay. Yeah, I'm not watching that. They tried to get us squeezing it between. I was like, did they make it people of color night? That's not very, they could at least put it after our regularly scheduled programming. Like, we don't need a freaking break. We love a good steady infusion of melanin. We love a good steady infusion of black excellence. We need it, you know? Yeah. My blood pressure up. Let's say Robin is activated. Oh my goodness. Robin is being too much this season, you guys. She's coming off very like they said Robin, I don't really know what they could have said. She's just acting too much so far from what I've seen. And the way she's trying to ice Wendy out and then gaslight everybody like she didn't just do what she did and say that she has no problem being the villain. Or no, she said, call me a horrible person. I don't care. I don't care. And now everybody's calling her a horrible person and it's some more BS. Yeah, and she's a liar. She is a liar. She's a liar. She lied about her kids wanting to have the family fun day. They didn't even know what was going on. And her family wasn't there because homeboy couldn't be there. Juan. She lied when she sat down with Juan and said, oh, I'm going through this file cabinet and we need to go through this file cabinet drawer. Um, should we get a prenup? Like something in the drawer triggered the thought of a prenup. You know what I'm saying? When she had what, 2 episodes already of her talking to everybody else about, I think I'm going to ask Juan for a prenup, because I allegedly helped lose all the money that he had and he might want to get me back for that. So to protect myself, I think I need a prenup. Yeah, yeah, allegedly. So yeah. And then what else did she lie about? Oh, and that she didn't make it about the kids when it was clearly about the kids. Because did you guys hear that Wendy Osefo did an interview also with Carlos King this week on his podcast? And she said that Robin this season does even more things to try to ice her out specifically and make her miss out on camera time. And that it gets so ridiculously, obviously crazy that we're going to be like, really? On top of what we've already seen. So we can see clearly that was just so Wendy couldn't come to the party by asking Candace to bring the other lady's kids, right? Yeah, so you don't want Wendy there. And so what's so even more ironic is that Wendy said IRL, her and Robin, their kids are the only ones that have been playing together, having football play dates, off camera, off season, like in real life, they're friends. And so then when people say, oh, well, the kids won't know. Wendy said her son is like 14. His friends are like, yeah, I saw you on TV tonight, this, and this. Just like we said could happen, you guys. She said, and her son's feelings were hurt when we saw how it went down. Isn't that crazy? So yeah, Robin's too much. Robin's too much. And it's a little vicious and unnecessary. And it's like they're punishing Wendy. They're punishing Wendy and Robin for talking about their experience from their viewpoint of it being colorist. And so now they're doing things that, yeah, they're just targeting them. They're targeting them. In my opinion, I'm seeing them being targeted. Because Candace and Chris is not trying to hit on Giselle. And for her to be going around for Giselle, who also did a freaking interview with Carlos King earlier this week, for her to be going making rounds in real time about what already happened on the season That happened months ago, you guys. On top of last, it happened at the last reunion. And this season has already been filmed, a lot of it. And the reunion is going to get filmed soon. And she is talking about it right now in interviews. Like, she's not saying, oh, yeah, we cleared it up, everything, this, and this. She's like, I'm saying how I felt because this is how I felt. And da 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 da. And I just think it's so interesting that she grew self awareness to the degree where she could feel um, uncomfortable enough around another man to want to leave the situation. But where was all that for her baby daddy, honestly? Where was all that for Jamal? Where was all that when he was her pretend boyfriend 2 seasons ago? She didn't even have all that for that situation. But we're supposed to and believe that she's credible in her. Oh my God, I can't believe we were behind a closed door together. And I'm just saying I didn't feel comfortable. Like I had a feeling in the pit of my stomach. And she didn't finish the sentence. It's going to be because I had gas, because this is putting 10 on it to me, because Chris has never given off that type of vibe. I mean, she never said anything like this about um, baby hands, you know, Darby. And she never said anything about anybody else. And so it's just weird that there were no cameras, that it's just a she said, he said situation. And of course, we're supposed to believe all women, right? And protect all women. And we're supposed to protect Candace also in that regard, because talking this about her husband is messing with Candace. And that's the reach around, is that they're using Chris to hurt Candace in this situation. So yeah, because he's so peripheral, like it's not even anything. And now she's adding things like, oh, and he was drunk, and this, that, and the other. Like they were at the reunion. Was he tipsy? Yeah, but drunk is might be a little far. I don't know. I wasn't there. I wasn't there. But I know Robin's a liar. Okay, so yes, production showed Charisse holding her back as she lied. Yep. They are still coming after Chris with accusations. Yep. Her intuition is selective. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like it doesn't work for her. It only works for other people's men's. It only works for Ray's taxes. It only works for Eddie's DMs or whatever that situation was. It only works for um who else did she go after? Did she go after Michael Darby before? But then they decided to chill. And she just does this all the time. But in her life, she has no discernment, obviously, to speak of. She's like, oh, we're fine. We're fine. Everything's good here. We're fine. All the time. But when you're behind a closed door with a very happily married man who's not thinking twice sexually about you, you're all of a sudden threatened. You know what I mean? I guess. I guess. If that's her reality, let's see. Child, Ashley showed her real colors tonight. Yeah, Ashley is conniving and has been. And when they showed Ashley and Candace getting along this season, my spidey senses were like, Candace, don't trust it. So this is a setup. I could totally feel it was a setup, because Candace was being open enough with Ashley, forgetting that she had spoken it, like it was cool that now you're getting a divorce from baby hands, the man who liked to go around and sexually assault freaking producers who would tell him to stop and he would do it anyway. And they brought a case against him for that. Yeah, that. So allegedly, that's too much. That's too much, Ashley. But Candace forgot. She lost herself. She thought that she was off the hook for what she had said about that lady's baby's daddy and her soon to be ex husband. And she thought she was going to get a pass on it because now she was supposedly leaving the the baby hands, right? And I keep saying supposedly because they were still living in the same house, you guys. They're still married, you guys. So we're going to have to see. I think it's all for a storyline. I think they didn't feel like having to talk about him cheating again and why she was still trying to get pregnant again all at the same time. So they decided to say that, oh, he's he's what? We're getting a divorce. I can't find him. He's helping me buy a house. He got a vasectomy. So then when they do get back together and she mysteriously, magically gets pregnant, there's going to be something like, oh, the vasectomy didn't take or something like that. Watch, they're not getting divorced. We'll see. I don't know. But her true colors, I suppose you're talking about what we saw in the trailer where Candace is like, you dirty, low down bitch. Because she was like, yeah, Chris made me feel uncomfortable too. And I thought they squashed that. So why is she bringing it up again? Yep, child. Me and my conspiracy theories. Why are they targeting the two brown skinned women with actual husbands? Exactly, Fifi. It's not a conspiracy theory, darling. It's plain sight, plain view for anybody who wants to see the truth. You know what I'm saying? It's the obvious, okay? It's the apparent, okay? You have a case of the I see clearlies, okay? That's all. That's all. There's no prescription that can fix the I see clearlies. And so they call it conspiracies sometimes. But yeah, we see that shit. We see that shit. The two brown skinned girls, yes, with actual husbands, okay? With actual husbands that like them and like their family and like being around them, okay? Like spending time with them. They have a good rapport. They look like they have a fun time. They actually look like couples you'd want to hang out with. I'm talking about Eddie, Osefo, and Wendy, and about Candace and Chris. They seem like if you went to a barbecue, they would be fun. Giselle doesn't seem like she'd be fun. Robin doesn't seem like she'd be fun either. But you know what they both be? Is husbandless. Yeah, 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 yeah. And they'd have their green eyes, but they won't have no husbands. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So catch that dirt. Okay. Okay, we see you, ladies. Don't hate the player, hate the game. Okay. Because yeah, okay. And it's not only the brown skinned girls, Fifi. It's the brown skinned educated girls, like double degreed. Okay, 4 in Wendy's case. Isn't Candace about to have 4 degrees too? Yeah, Candace is going for it, you guys. I'm pretty sure. I think Candace is about to have 4 degrees, you guys. Candace Diller, she was in school, remember? And she had already had a degree and another degree before that. So I don't know if it was her third or fourth that she's coming up on. But yeah, the two brown skinned girls with actual husbands, many degrees, super intelligent, who have many other things going on with things to lose and things they value, with lines they cross and don't cross. Those are the people they target. But it's okay. Let's see. Now they say she's out here DMing everybody. I cannot. Candace might catch a case this season. Oh no. He is not DMing anybody. You know, I don't consider it a DM when somebody posts on a picture a response. I consider it a DM when you click the message button and you go over there and you click, "Hi, handsome, how are you?" Like that's a DM. So is that what they're saying he does? I don't know. And if it's a because you're the only one that can see those comments most of the time if it's on the story, right? Those comments on the story go straight to your place that DMs come up. So yeah, was it really a DM? All that part curves. Exactly. Like we got to look at the whole picture, right? Your eyes do not deceive you. I keep saying the pretty card only takes you so far. Hello. And I used to get mad. My granny used to tell me that beauty's on the inside and that true beauty's on the inside because beauty on the outside can fade. So always be beautiful inside. And I used to be like, "You're just saying that." And she'd be like, "Yeah, because it's true. Because it's true." And she was right. She was right. She was a beautiful woman too. So anyway, bless her heart. Okay, I can't believe what they're doing this season. I'm not talking this. I'm not liking this at all. Wait, I'm gonna have to drop this. Here, prosperity. What had happened? I don't know. I haven't seen it yet. No, Ashley said she is in a lot of her other women's DMs. No, Chris. He better not be. Is it like Kathy Hilton, where she thinks she's telling him to bring home milk in his text message, but it's going to the wrong place? But it's the opposite. No, he's not. He's not technically illiterate at all. So I can't say that it's that. No excuses. So anyway, so that was Real Housewives of New Jersey. Don't really, I'm not really going to be watching that show either. Um, yeah. Add to the stream. Prosperity, thick girl, 40s in the house, y'all. Is that Mark?
No, that's the other Scott brother.
Oh, Mar Snow?
Yes.
Yes, Mar Snow. Mar Snow. How are you this evening, sis? What's good?
Good and you. Every day we wake up is a blessing. Everything after that is a bonus. How was your
Hello.
day?
Oh, it was excellente. I had a very good day. You know, it was kind of weird. I forgot it was spring forward, fall back until
Child.
I was like, okay, what's wrong? Something is off. I was downstairs in the kitchen and I was like, what is off? I just saw something that didn't match something else. What was it? And I look at the microwave and it was an hour before. I was like, oh, spring forward, fall back. No wonder I feel a little off. Like it was just everything was a little off. And my microwave said
Time went back.
12:44 and it was only 11:44 for real because we fell back. Yeah. So I totally forgot. Did you have anything like that today? Or did you all
Yeah,
your
I,
clocks
I think
weather
all
for?
the restaurants in my area forgot the time went back. It is not 10 o'clock. Why is everything closed? It's 9:22, 9:25 now. I wanted some
Yeah,
chicken.
it's
Like,
only
what is going on?
9:25. It's only 9:25. That's too much.
I needed some cheap aluminum foil so I can strip this cup. I got to do over. Like, what is going on? I'm not paying $8 for no aluminum foil.
Right, right.
No, I'm not.
Yeah, that's why there's a convenience charge, right?
Right. Mm-mm. But this episode, I ain't liking it. I don't like it. I don't
What
like it
happened?
at
What
all.
happened? Tell me, tell me.
I don't. They are doing way too much. Robin is sitting here lying. And I just tweeted, I was like, okay, so how long is Bravo going to allow her to keep up this lie? We accepted the lie about her and Juan. Now she wants us to believe that them embezzled hats is making so much money that she needs a prenup.
Yeah, she's crazy.
I'm like, um, Then she want to put a cheating clause in it. Girl, didn't you cheat on him as well?
Yeah,
I'm
she's
so
ridiculous.
confused.
Like, and then if she thinks he's going to be cheating, why would he wait until they got married to start cheating again? So is she saying he's cheating now and she wants him to stop?
Oh, child, I want them to stop acting like they getting married.
Yeah,
That's what I want.
yeah.
They are brothers and sisters at this point.
And that's kind of nasty because that's actually, isn't that how they kind of grew up? Like he moved in because her parents were his parents because something happened.
I don't understand it. Every time we see this man, he's either leaving or coming. Like, remember last season when she was in the bed? He had his coat on. He had just came in the house and sat in the chair right by the door. Last episode when they was talking about the prenup, he was leaving. The last
Yeah,
before they went to when they was practicing for the family day, he was leaving. This man is
right.
always coming or leaving. And y'all want us to believe that y'all live in this happy home together. Get out my face. It's
Right.
all a facade.
In
And
the
we've been
happy
trying to let
home
you
that's all
slide.
in her name. And it's all in her name. Remember, Giselle let that slip.
Exactly. So we have let you slide all these years, but what we not gonna start doing is talk about you making all this money that we know you not. Girl, you don't get out our face.
I know. Please get out. They're lying so bad. And even the kids are like, really? We're going to pretend this? Okay.
And then she got this hat lie in her mouth. She just gonna fuck up with all the cops. Like I ain't on the phone. Then she gonna come with this lie out her mouth talking about Sharice did not put one finger on her at the dance thing. I said no. Not only did she put one finger on you, she put her whole both of her hands, and she had to get up out her seat. What are you talking about? So, but Wendy is lying. Why do they act like the production doesn't like to roll that beautiful beam footage back each and every time somebody say aloud their mouth?
So, okay. So Wendy said that what?
Wendy said that Robin was walking towards her aggressively like she was gonna fight her. And
Yes.
Robin said that was a lie because she never was going to try to. She never got. Nobody ever had to hold her back. Girl, you was walking towards this lady, and whatever conclusion she came up with from that is the conclusion that she came up with. And I'm pretty sure that's the conclusion almost everybody that watched the show came up with. Why are you walking towards somebody aggressively if you don't want to fight?
Right.
I'm
And
tired of y'all taking all
especially,
these fight stances and act like y'all want all the smoke, but then when something go down, y'all want to. I wasn't gonna fight. I wasn't gonna fight anymore. We know you're not gonna fight, so stop acting like you're gonna fight.
right. Well, and especially after Wendy witnessed firsthand what happened with Monique and um, Candace, like how it was just like she walked up and everything popped off. So that's crazy. That's crazy. They could have both been kind of triggered from that, actually. But
Child,
Robin's a
then
liar.
before they get to
Just
the
hush.
winery,
Shut up.
Robin's a liar, Giselle's a liar. They all liars. They just lie, 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 lie.
Sharice lied
All them
too?
light skinned heifers just lie.
Wait, so no. Fifi said Sharice lied too. Fifi, do tell. Do tell. Juan didn't live there. I don't believe it. Yeah, right? He don't live there? He does not live there. He be coming and going. That's why he coming and going. She's like, time to film. He's like, okay, here I come. And he late, always pulling up late. That's what happened. And he used to make her late. That's why she started showing up on time finally, is because he don't live there. You right. You right. I just figured it out. Look, so we know that Juan don't live there because he's always coming or going as soon as he's always getting out the car or having a jacket on to leave whenever we see him, right? So
Exactly, because when the time before the last one, he laughed in her face and got up and was leaving. Like, girl,
yeah, yeah.
please stop
So
acting like
he's
we
always
don't see
coming
what we
on and going.
see.
And he's like, oh, time to film. Okay, here I come. And he always
Right.
late. And because he's late, that's why we always see him getting in and out the car. And then that's why she's been on time though, because remember, Robin used to be notoriously late, but she's been being a little on time because he's not around no more.
I'm tired. And then we get to the winery. Child, I understand, Candace, but child, you are not traumatized at every winery. I can see if they took you back to the same winery, girl. As much as you have a daggone wine glass in your hand, you ain't gonna make me believe you anything with the word wine in it makes you scared. No, we're not gonna do that. I like
Right,
you this season. Let me keep liking you now. Stop it. Stop it.
right, right.
But then we get to Ashley.
Uh,
Did Ashley not go to Candace's house in the last episode?
uh-huh.
And did not in the episode before that, her and Candace was sitting at a restaurant with just them two, one on
Yep,
one.
yep.
So, from what Candace said, I'm sure she got her number as well, right? Matter of fact,
Right.
she the one called to set up the meet. So I know she got Candace's number.
Uh-huh.
So why then would you wait until you get in front of all these women and you already know what they've been saying about her husband? And then say, my friend called me and told me that Chris tried to talk to her at the bar. Why Candace is right there. And anybody in this world that ever watch RHOP know that Chris is not that bold.
Right. I don't think that he would go through all that. Like, yeah.
Like,
And
come on now.
please. Because that's exactly what could happen. He could get his whole spot blowed up.
Thank you. No man that cheats does that.
Right.
Then she says, oh, well, if not, he not only in my DMs, it's a lot of DMs that he's in. And but you did this to me and Michael, and Candace was like, oh, thank you. So bingo, that's what it is.
Yeah.
This is get back.
Yeah.
You've been waiting for this. And I was like, I told you, Candace. I tried to tell you. Stop trying to be friends with these light-skinned hoes because they don't like you. Your melanin is too cute for them. You're too cute. You got too much going on. You got a husband that love you. You got a successful career. Your mama makes sure you good. You got everything they don't and everything they want.
Mm-hmm. Say it again.
Can't tell her nothing. We told her this about this. That's why she was fighting, because Giselle got it popping. Child, they've been trying to get you off this show for the last 3 seasons.
Right.
And now they want you to hit one of them so they can sue your mama and take her money.
Right.
Because Candace is a better woman than me, because somebody would have been popped.
Right? For real, for real. For real, for real.
What you
They're too much. Like, they just antagonize the Brownwoods so bad. They're refusing to film with Wendy. Did you see about Carlos King?
Don't do is stop playing with me.
What happened?
Nobody working at their restaurant that they feel harasses women. That don't go together.
Right.
I don't like these people. They are really trying my nerves. They are really trying my patience. But then when I get my Twitter fingers, or I go on my live later on and just rip them all to shreds, then I'm wrong. Nope, you don't get it tonight because I'm tired. I'm tired for Candace.
Tired.
Sick and tired of being sick and tired. All my life, I had to fight.
They're just ridiculous. It is so vicious, though. Like, like this is the cross franchises, though, Prosperity. Like, we're seeing the viciousness play out in Beverly Hills towards Garcelle. We're seeing the viciousness play out here in Potomac. We see this viciousness over there in Married to Medicine, where the kids get involved in a vicious way again. And it's just like, and here we are again, messing with some kids. You know what I mean? It's like, what's going on?
And this is why Bravo don't get my views. I will wait the hour later or something else, but Bravo will not. Nope, I can't give you my money. I'm sorry.
Right. Yeah, it's like I watch some shows. I don't watch like the one that really pisses me off. Like, I haven't watched Salt Lake City this time at all. Hey, you guys, smash that like button, smash the subscribe button if you haven't already. Hit that bell so you can get notified next time I upload a video. Prosperity Thick Girl 40 also has a channel in these YouTube streets. Make sure you hit her up. You know, last week I did a interview with Kiki Jabbar, and Kiki was like, Wanda called me and said I can't really talk about her, so I'm going to respect that. But she didn't say that before she went on Prosperity's channel. So if you want to hear, an alternate version,
All the juice.
an alternative version to the interview, then definitely check that out over on Prosperity's channel. So
Thank
yeah,
you very much.
Curvies for being here though. My beautiful curvy community. I love them. I love my curves. You know that?
We love you back. We love you back.
Right on.
But my
So
interview is the reason that Wanda issued all the threats.
yes, yes, because they got down over there. They got down over there.
I
So
even let my people join in and ask some questions.
right. For sure. Yeah, I missed that whole thing. I was like, that was because it was all impromptu, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad that she got to get it out somewhere because I know me and Chef were scheduled and we didn't get all of that. So I'm glad you got it so she can get out because ooh,
Kiki, a better
yes,
woman than I want to be. Nope.
yes.
Not the way that lady talk. Not the way. Not with the things that they have done to her and continue to do to her. Child, she loved. She is really family oriented because that family would not be a part of my life at all. There is nothing that would make me want to mend anything over there.
Right?
They
Yeah,
don't just come after her. They come after her, the other side of her family. Like, what? Who does that?
yeah, it's very, very toxic and dysfunctional. Very.
They coming after her grandparents. Her grandparents in their 80s. Like, who does
No
that?
way. To the 80s?
Yes. Her
Oh
granddad
my
is 83, she
gosh.
said.
No, not the seniors.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's disrespectful. Now, Wanda knows better than that, allegedly. Allegedly. So, okay, I'm not going to keep everybody because, hey, it's getting ready to come on. I know I'm going to go catch, it's not coming on out here yet. It's only 6:38 out here in California. I get till what, 7, 8? Yeah, I get 7 or 8. I got some more time. But hey, I was on Divas Live the other day and we were talking about Kyrie Irving. And of course, Kanye West got swooped in with it. I want to leave it like because everybody kind of feels like any support of them means that you support what they do and everything.
So when we buy from the white people, do we support them lynching us back in the day? Lager.
Yeah, my son just came in.
So when we support the clear people, does that mean we're supporting them lynching our ancestors and beating them and whooping them and our juice,
Yeah,
grape
exactly.
juice in them?
Like where is this? What are we exactly supporting? What are we exactly supporting? I just want to know where's a league for Negroes? Where's a league for colored people, for African Americans, for people identified as Black? Where's a league for that to make racism so clearly defined that you have to do this, and then you have to do this, and then you have to do this, and then we still suspend you. And then after we suspend you, here's a list of 6 more things you have to do before you can come back. Okay? Like, I really want to know where's our league? Okay? Now, I know the NAACP was supposed to be a version of that.
I was just about to say, are they all too old to fight anymore? Because what the hell? Where they at?
Who?
The NAACP.
Yeah, the NAACP, really took a hit, I think, after the whole Rachel Deichel thing. That lady who was white, but she was like in charge of the NAACP and she was blackfishing. Remember her?
That wasn't their fault.
Yeah, that wasn't their fault. But I mean, a lot of the politicking that they got involved in, it wasn't like in the 60s and 50s from when, it was famously strong and pro-Black, It kind of lost its juju. I was a card-carrying member of the NAACP until like the early 90s even,
Well, if Black Lives Matter can get a pass and all the things, what she didn't do with the money that everybody gave her, Child, y'all better leave the NAACP alone. What? What?
Right. You know, like I didn't never give any money to Black Lives Matter,
Me
and from what I understand, Black Lives Matter is a state by state organization by organization thing. Like there was this woman that I followed from Utah, and she had nothing to do and got no money or benefit from the woman who everybody's talking about for the $9 million in the mansion on the waterfront, da 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 da. But they're both under Black Lives Matter. But that's because you could just go start a Black Lives Matter. There's nothing you could start Prosperity Thick Girls 40 Black Lives Matter. Like you could just start one. So it's not like she shared that money to anybody, and it shouldn't be like a full-on representation to, you know, persecute the other people that do go out and protest, and, you know, oppression and, you know, over policing of communities with deadly results. So I think that that was some of it's propaganda, and a lot of it's to get us off the subject that what they're there to do is protest police brutality and overkill a lot. And that message always gets overshadowed by some BS. Whether they're
But she
trying to
gave the
call
money away.
when
She gave the
calling
money to
them,
black people.
that's also after calling them Antifa didn't work. So they tried labeling them Antifa, and everybody was like, "Yeah, right. We know who's actually under those costumes in the Antifa thing." And then they came back with, "Oh, and look here." And they were like, "Yeah, it's a mansion for the people whose lives are affected by it to come have someplace nice to stay." I think that's an excellent idea. Have a resort for Black people to go chill at, like a little Monte Cristo someplace. Like that's cool. But
Right.
what is the
She
problem with
gave money to black people, but it was only the black people in her family. She better get out
well,
my
they're
face.
still Black. They're still, and there's still more. I don't know if there's still more money. I don't know if they're, and if they really are allowing people to come to this place the way they said, then yeah. Or if they will be allowing that, then yeah. It's only been what, 2 years or whatever. It hasn't been like a long time, right?
It's been long enough
I
for
don't know. I'd
them.
like to see. I'd like
Black
to
Lives
see.
Matter started more than 2 years ago. They started Black Lives Matter when the first black when Trayvon Martin was killed.
Yeah, but they didn't buy this property till recently, right?
They didn't buy this property, but I ain't seen
And that's how
nobody give a
everybody
review
found
and
out.
say, "Oh yeah, I went and stayed at the Black Lives Matter mansion, and they took care of me."
Um,
Where are those people at?
I would have liked had they gotten that money to, like, you know, maybe bail out protesters nationwide. Like that would be
That was
something
part of it.
legitimate, you know? Like
So
I don't know if they did nothing else with the money except for give it to family members and whatever.
that's all.
Yeah. I'm not even talking about this subject for that really. I was talking about more about Kyrie Irving's um right to
Now we got on
post,
that because we were talking about the NAACP. That's how we crossed over.
right, and how we need our own you know, something present, something now, something up to date, something that takes everything takes what the ACLU has, takes it verbatim, and then just exchanges Jew for black. Bam. Turnkey protection. Turnkey protection. And everything they have, we get. And so every time we're like, okay, that microaggression, that's a trope, right? Because isn't that a word that gets to get used in anti-Semitism? Stereotypes, stereotropes, straight out racism. They're saying that his post was racist for him to post that movie title was
Oh, no.
racist. And I just feel like it's kind of like bullying and overkill. Even if the contents of the movie is crazy or whatever, I feel like he still had a right to post that if we're watching movies about, you know, people getting eaten, you know, and the police knowing something was amiss and not getting it right for years. You know what I mean? Like if what's the difference? Like we can't keep just picking and choosing everything apart to the to where we're missing out on everything that there is. I don't know if I said that right, but I know I had an idea. But anyway, because I feel like he's getting bullied. Kyrie is getting bullied. And the ACLU is saying that he's bullying.
How
And
about they take racism off the books in Georgia? How about they do that and leave this man alone?
right, right, right.
Like we can literally still be hung,
Real literally.
but we're racist. But he's
Literally.
being racist. Like
Right.
what?
Exactly. Exactly. Thank you,
And
prosperity.
do any of us remember? Remember, like a year last year, or year before last, a couple of years ago, when all them black people were being hung? How many
Right?
people have we ever heard came to justice yet? How many
Not
arrests have been made? Have we ever heard one arrest being made?
not one.
Not one.
Not one. And the ACLU doesn't care about that. I just need, and I don't need them to care, but I need for us to have equal protection instantly.
Footing.
Here's 6 things you have to do before you can come back over here and try to make money. You know what I'm saying? Because we said, you know.
If they made that a law, the white people would never, the clear people would never be able to go back over. Even the
Yeah,
ones y'all like to welcome to the cookout, they wouldn't be able to go back over either.
yeah. You see the list of 6 things he has to do?
No.
Yeah, it's some BS. I'm like, really?
I limit myself with the politics and all of that because my pressure ain't built for it.
Right?
And all the ranting and raving I'm gonna do ain't gonna change not a goddamn thing because everybody gonna say something, but and then 2 weeks later we right back at the same thing again.
I love Tabitha Brown and her husband.
Yes, I do too. That's why I was so mad when Wendy came after them when she retired him. I'm like, we cannot see black excellence and black love without somebody throwing some stuff in it. Jesus.
Yeah. That is crazy. I don't know. Let's see. So Kyrie, yeah, they gave him a list of things that he had to do. Here they are. He has to apologize and condemn the movie because he hasn't apologized yet, which is why he got suspended. So he already got punished for not apologizing.
But I still gonna be punished. But you would still want me to apologize. But
Right.
that
So you
punishment ain't gonna
already
never go
punished
away.
me. So the reason he can't do these 5 games because he
Okay.
paid this $500,000 already also and didn't say sorry, so they suspended him for 5 games. And they're not paying him for those 5 games. And now later, like 24 hours later, they have this list, you guys. Sources at the Nets have delivered Kyrie Irving 6 items he must complete to return to team. This is on Baller Alert at Instagram. Apologize and condemn the movie. He already got suspended 5 games because he didn't apologize. So this is another punishment. So now there's like, oh yeah, so you still didn't do it? So now you have to do it. Okay.
They gonna get their They gonna get their apology one way or the other.
Right. $500,000 additional to an anti-hate cause. Sensitivity training. This black man has to go to sensitivity training.
Oh no, I don't even want to hear no more. That's
He has to go then to anti-Semitic training.
Oh no.
It's 2 separate things, you guys. It's not a group training or a slash. Like it's apologize / condemn movie. But sensitivity training is separate from his anti-Semitic training. And then he's going to need to meet with ADL Jewish leaders. I don't know what ADL is. American Democratic League? I don't know what's ADL. Oh, Anti-Defamation League. Is that what that is? I don't know. I don't know. Anyway, he has to meet with ADL Jewish leaders. Okay. And then he specifically, the final thing he has to do, you guys, is meet with Joe Tsai to demonstrate understanding. And after he does those things, he can return to the Nets. But he already got suspended 5 games without pay and has already paid $500,000 and did a version of, if you guys felt away, that's too bad. But he never said he was sorry.
If I'm him, thank you for all the money that you have gave me.
Beeping? Is that beeping your blood pressure?
No. He needs to tell them, thank you for all the money that you've already given me, but I will bow out gracefully. Thank you.
Yeah. Because I can't imagine that the contract warrants these specific things, and that anything that could have been possibly included doesn't. Yeah, no. They need to go under sensitivity training because there was a Holocaust before their Holocaust that they're very insensitive to, very, very insensitive to. A lot of people don't even get to know about the Holocaust that happened in Africa before the Holocaust in Germany. And the Holocaust in Africa happened to an entire village was wiped out at that time. Thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of people were wiped out systematically in concentration camps on the continent of Africa. Okay? We need some sensitivity training on that. And if somebody posted a movie that said Jesus turned white, Black people wake up, that would be what? Can we hear you now?
Yeah, I can hear you. I hit the wrong button.
Good. So I just don't get how also the Anti-Defamation League or the ACLU.
Please remember to take your.
Huh? The ACLU, when because I was like, maybe I'm ignorant. I must be so ignorant because like I totally grew up la-di-da-di-da, la-di-da-di-da. I'm growing up. That's me growing up. La-di-da-di-da. That's me just going through life, understanding things, being taught things, reading things, saying things, la-di-da. So then when Whoopi Goldberg ended up getting let go from work a couple years ago, and she got put on mandatory suspension because she said Judaism was a race or something. No, she said Judaism wasn't a race, it was a religion. I didn't understand why she got, how that was anti-Semitic. So in my need for awareness, I went to the ACLU specifically website to see what was anti-Semitic. What is this? Do I have it twisted? Like, isn't Jewish a religion? Because didn't Sammy Davis Jr. convert to Judaism?
Sure did.
Isn't Judaism something that like, okay, so like when you're Black and you get your DNA tested, then there's something in your DNA that might suggest that you have melanin that is because you're what's identified as Black. So is there that same DNA that represents Judaism that is beyond what Sammy Davis Jr. had access to when he converted? Is that what they're telling me? because I thought it was something that you could have access to by just practicing and converting and saying the Hebrew texts and stuff like that, the way Sammy Davis Jr. did, and the way that so many others have. The way the ladies used to say, "Oh, yeah, Ben loves me, but I have to convert to Judaism before his family will accept us." That kind of stuff is what I grew up around, right? And so I'm thinking, in all of these years, until the moment that happened to Whoopi Goldberg, that was in fact a religion and not a race. So I rushed to the ACLU, and the definition they had was something that did not include exactly what happened with Whoopi Goldberg.
I don't know what
It was
happened
like,
with me.
yeah, that was, she was on her show and she said something that, yeah, Judaism was not something, it was something else.
Oh, okay.
And so then they made her apologize a couple of times. And Whoopi Goldberg has been the moderator front chair for years, for decade at
Hmm.
least. And they made her apologize. They made her take off work for 2 weeks. For 2 weeks.
I just
They
want
made
to
her
know
meet with a rabbi the same way they want Kyrie to. They made her meet with a rabbi.
when are we gonna stop trying to plead? When are we gonna stop taking ourselves over to the other side because they all of a sudden want us to be over there when we don't even stand up for our people the way they stand up for, but you want to go over there, but they always remind you at the end of the day who you are and who you were born as and
Yeah,
what your race is. But
right,
they love going over there. They love going over there tap dancing for them. Yes, sir. Thank you kindly, sir. Yeah.
right.
No.
It's
Hold
crazy.
them in such high regard. Like, it is a privilege for me to be over here. I can't believe they accepted me.
Uh-huh.
But look at your own race, your own people, like they the dirt on the bottom of your shoe. So I feel no sympathy for none of them.
None of them. You hear that? They all get the trap door, Prosperity said.
I can't wait for them to get Candace. I'm waiting for the day that when they let her know you can marry one, you can fight for them all, you can even birth one of them. But what you will always be at the end of the day is a kinky haired black woman and a dark melanated black woman at that.
Yeah, Candace. Well, she doesn't really hang out with a lot of them, does she?
She fight for them hard enough.
Well, that's her husband.
Before she was had a husband, she was married to Donald Trump too.
You're talking about Candace, right?
Yes. She campaigned for that man harder than he did.
Oh. Oh yeah, she did. She's like, oh, he's great. It's two-toned. Everything's nothing to see here, folks.
Yeah, you see what they did to Omarosa? She knows she black again too.
Yeah. When people finally get blacked, it's not a great feeling. They're like, oh, this is what they feel like.
Hmm.
Yeah. And it's happening more and more, like where other people are experiencing getting blacked.
Yeah, and I don't feel sorry for them. Y'all wanted it. Y'all was over there. You liked it, remember? They were the best thing since sliced bread.
Since the sliced bread.
Sliced white bread.
I prefer monkey bread.
Child, don't say the word monkey when you're your child. They might say you've been racist against yourself. Because you know they love to say.
Oh, see. It's a real recipe.
I'm just tired. I'm just tired of them. Stop wanting to come back home after you done left home and told everybody to kiss your ass. Done spent all your money, and now you're broke and out of and ain't got nowhere to go. You can't even sleep on that front porch no more. You can't sleep on that lawn. So here you come. Please love me. Let me back, y'all. I promise I won't do it again. Just let me back. And as soon as they forget you black again, you right back over there. No, they talk about we need to stop inviting the other races to the cookout. We need to stop allowing some of our own to the cookout. Yeah, we're bringing potato salad with raisins in it now.
I wonder if she'll mind. Dr. Heavenly's going live with Carlos King right now.
Your health is your biggest asset.
Yeah.
Like Anthem Blue Cross
They used to know how to make potato salad. Now they put raisins in it.
10 minutes
Right?
for a secure future.
No
Raisins.
mustard.
Tragic. Okay. So you know what? I'm gonna go and watch Dr. Heavenly's live right now with Carlos King on her channel.
It's about to be a whole mess.
I know, right? So I'm gonna go check that out, and then I'm gonna watch my show. I think freaking what's coming on first.
Yeah, I haven't even watched one of Heavenly Live. I might have to turn into this. No, I did watch one, the one where Bondi was on.
Oh, yeah, that was a good one. So yeah, this one, yeah, that's awesome. Okay.
But thank you for letting me up, love.
I appreciate you, and I appreciate everybody else for being here this evening at Larger Curves. I thought she was going to go on tomorrow like normal. Let's see. I'm glad she's
The
going.
sad part is I think I'm supposed to be live right now.
Oh, no way. Okay, well, I'll come over after I watch her thing, and then
I'm about to get moved back. I ain't even home.
Then I'll see you when Family Karma comes on, because I'm not watching that crap.
And if that came on tonight at the RHOP?
Yes, girl, they squozed it between our two things.
Okay, I'm like, wait, it's Married to Madison. I thought it was a commercial at first, and then it just kept going.
Yes. See how they got us? That's messed up, huh? They need to let us shine on our own. They always changing our time around. That's messed up. Anyway, we worked hard for that time slot.
Exactly.
For those people. Okay.
We schedule our schedules around that. Damn it.
I know, right? Now we got to push everything back a damn hour. Okay,
but beautiful. I love you, sis.
I love you too, darling. Okay, you guys.
Thank you, Chad. Y'all have a safe week. Enjoy the rest of y'all week and be safe and be blessed.
Okay, peace. You guys, thanks for coming through the Larger Curves. Make sure you smash the like button. Smash the subscribe button if you haven't already. Hit the bell so you can get notified next time I upload a video. I'm going to go check out Dr. Heavenly's live. It's about to start over on her channel with none other than Carlos King. And I've mentioned him a couple of times here tonight. So we are sure to get some tea, because the things he talks about are repeatable. Are repeatable because you want to. Like he gets some tea. Anyway, you know what I'm saying. See you in the next video.